Hello again, everyone, and welcome back to the Cinderella phenomenon. So, Lucette got sick, Rumple nursed her back to health, and I haven't hit any dinglings for, like, the past episode or two. And it's making me a little concerned. It's just a little bit concerned. It's fine. It takes a while, but after several days, Rumple finally allows me to go back to work. I cannot remember much of what happened when he was watching over me, especially that first day. It's all a little bit of a blur now, like it was all just a dream. Ah, Princess! Back up on your feet? Yes, I am fine now. Oh, what a relief! Last I saw you, you looked quite pale. When? I dropped in to check on you in your room, but Rumple was there. He told me he had everything under control. Why did you need to check on me? Because I was worried, of course. Maybe you've been working too hard. No, I am fine. Just tell me what things need to be done. Are you sure you're okay? She's fine, Anise. Delora suddenly appears before me, smirking. The princess is sturdy and a little too stubborn to let a little sickness get her down. I have not spoken with Delora or Parfait since the night where they decided to tell me about Mother. Just thinking about what they told me, it puts me on edge. Ah, Princess, why the sour expression? Allow me to calm you down with a little lullaby. Excuse me. Twinkle, twinkle, little bat, how I wonder where you're at. Anise, give me those work orders now. Up above the world so high. Anise! Oh, the tables on the west are yours, Princess Lucette. I quickly walk away from the bar and catch only the last little bit of Delora's singing. Like a diamond in the sky, because I don't remember the rest of the Little Bat version. She sang that the night I was cursed. Hearing her sing it again is infuriating. The song slowly fades from my mind as I go about my work for the day. I'm still a little shaky on my feet, but not so much that I need to go back to bed. There you go. Good crack. Nice. I was feeling a little tense in there. As I am walking around the bar, I catch snatches of conversation as I serve food. I hear the king has been mediating arguments between his two advisors. That Mithros man? He reminds me of a snake, always smiling, that slithery smile of his. That one and Alacaster. Apparently there's been no end to their squabbles. The king missed his monthly visit to the town yesterday, didn't he? I wonder if he's sick. There's been no word from the palace, but I suppose he must have come down with something. Nothing would keep the king from visiting otherwise. What is going on at the palace? You heard about the incident with the royal guard? Apparently lots of them have been getting dishonorably discharged. Found doing something to dishonor the king's name. Huh? Like what exactly? Not sure. That information is still under wraps. I wonder how the coup is being handled this time. I am walking forward, not watching where I am going, when I collide with someone in my path. I feel a hand on my shoulder, and then another lifts my chin. If it isn't... If it isn't the lovely princess, you're looking a lot peachier today. Because you're not as pale, because the color's coming back into your skin. I'm still thinking of the king and the situations in the palace, and barely hear Rumple's words. It isn't until he leans closer to me and narrows his eyes that I realize he is so close. Hello! Now Sleeping Beauty is truly awake, and here I was hoping I would have an excuse to plant a kiss on your lips, my sweet princess. Not a single reaction today, not a slight blush, not a slap, not... Are you still sick? Must I perform another examination? Examination? Yes, by looking closely at your face, into your eyes. How are you a doctor, Rumple? Rumple stares at me with surprise. I'm not sure where the question came from, just that it was hovering in my mind. What? Princess, you wound me! I have not seen you do anything different from Anise. But my prescriptions! Even the people at the shops could tell us what medicines to buy. Fine, I'll show you. Rumple's expression slips into something shockingly solemn. He looks at me gravely and extends a hand. If you would be so kind as to come up to my room. Does going up to your room have anything to do with work? Delora appears before me again, this time without the snide smile. She raises an eyebrow. I don't think either of your shifts are over. She looks at me first. Also, I meant for the lullaby to inspire you, not scare you, Princess. For a few moments she looks concerned, which startles me. The lullaby is certainly associated with a terrible memory, but the weight of that memory has dissipated over time, as has my anger at Delora. It is still there, but holding on to that anger does me no good. I sigh and shake my head. You have a terrible voice. Ah, there's the princess we all know and love. She crosses her arms. Anyway, you don't want me singing you into action again, do you? Come to my room later then, Princess. I'll show you proof. Proof? That I am a capable doctor. Rumple walks off, leaving me with Delora, who looks at me skeptically for a few moments. His room, huh? He's inviting you up to his room, huh? What are you going to be doing in his room, huh? What kind of proof about doctoring do you need, huh? Something on your mind, Princess? There were so many conversations I heard earlier, so many questions that I have. While I do not want to speak to Delora, I may as well ask her about something she might know. I overheard rumors about the palace. Did you know? We still haven't confirmed those rumors yet. Look, Princess, I know it's not in your nature to trust people, but trust Parfait and me, at least. We'll let you know if something is up. I am ushered back to work, where I spend the next few hours searching for more information. Unfortunately, everything I hear is just speculation. Good work today, Lucette. Has Rumple already left? I think he went back up to his room earlier. Thank you. Anise looks at me, curious. What are you going to be doing if you're going to his room, huh? What? You and Rumple have grown a lot closer, haven't you? Well, we are partners. But in the beginning, you didn't even want him as your partner. And now the two of you are friends? Benefits? Friends? If Rumple considers me a friend, that should make me happy, but for some reason it makes me feel empty inside. Why? What else could we be besides friends? My cheeks feel warm as I try to think beyond the idea of being just friends with Rumple. I am happy that the two of you get along. Anise, I need to go. I told him I would meet him for something tonight. Oh, okay. Sorry for holding you up. Anise scrambles off, leaving me by myself. I stand there for a few moments in an attempt to still my thoughts, and then I begin to make my way to Rumple's room. Rumple? The door swings open and there stands Rumple. With a dramatic bow, he ushers me inside before closing the door behind him. I wasn't entirely certain you'd show up, Princess. Normally when you go places with me, it's out of necessity. I only came to see this proof you insisted upon earlier. Proof that you are more than what you seem. He places a hand on my back and guides me over to a chair. He requests that I sit, and I do. Here it is, my proof. You tried to read it while you were sick, too. Your journal? I have seen him write in this before, but I thought it was for his memories, not doctor things. He barely even works on patients now. Rumple's persistence stokes my curiosity, and soon I find myself flipping through the pages of the book. This was the journal you had when the Marchen found you on the streets. You said it was empty then. It was. I have been filling things in from memory ever since I remembered my job. The book is filled with diagrams of the body, both inside and out. I have no idea what most of the words mean. What are all of the smaller words here? Oh, parts of the pancreas. Not very fun to talk about. There's the papilla, the pancreatic duct, Why is it necessary to use such big words for such simple things? For clarification, sometimes when you diagnose a problem, it isn't as simple as telling a person that their heart is weak. I continue flipping through it, with Rumple sometimes explaining things that are on the page, though I do not ask for the descriptions. Scattered throughout the journal are journal entries about his life. When I get to the last entry, I spot my name and begin to read. But before I can even get to the next word after my name, Rumple has taken the journal from my hands. Hey! Sorry, my sweet, but a man's words are sometimes all that he has. Insult them and you break him from the inside out. He thinks I'm going to insult his writing? But what did you think? Aren't you impressed by my sophistication? My breadth of knowledge? My intricacy? You drew some pictures and wrote fancy words by them. Oh, Princess. I cannot help the little laugh that escapes my lips. Immediately after I hear it, I feel myself flushing as Rumple grins at me triumphantly. Your laughs are sweeter than honey, Princess. And because your voice is back and you're no longer sick, I can hear it in all of its fullness, glasses. He takes a step closer to me and reaches out to touch my cheek. I flinch in surprise, but do not draw away. The rapid beating of my heart is not altogether uncomfortable, even if it does confuse me. He pulls his hand away from my cheek, then flicks my forehead. Hey! What was that for? I wanted to see the way your eyes glimmered. You looked oddly vacant there for a few moments. I opened my mouth to speak again, but Rumple surprises me by setting his finger on my lips. He inches closer to me, so close that I can feel his breath on my cheeks. But also, let us remember that Rumple is 24 and currently Lucette is a minor. A minor. Let's just keep that in mind here, currently, right now. First, we date our stepbrother. Then we have to avoid being accidental pedophiles. And now we're on the other end of that spectrum. Because he is 24 and Lucette is 17. Problematic things everywhere you turn, my guys. So close I can feel his breath on my cheeks. But even when you don't speak, your eyes speak for you. You have beautiful eyes, you know. Does he ever truly mean his compliments? I know he spoke about meaning everything he says, but I continue to stare at him. I do not look away even once, though I do feel a slight shudder run through me when Rumple keeps my gaze. Fierce as always. He removes his finger, but does not step back. We are still so close I can feel his breath. Fierce? You, never backing down from anything, always resisting, always putting up a wall, that's what I... His words falter, and then he simply stops what he was saying. He looks at me again. He clears his throat, then starts speaking again. In any case, it's so nice to have you back, Princess. I missed you while you were sleeping day in and out. So he likes it when we're contrary. What an odd man. He missed me? But you have friends all over the Marchen. Yes, but none of them are you. You're special. My heart plunges like a rock. I can feel it everywhere in my body, reverberating from a place that doesn't feel like my chest. He lowers his face so that the two of us are seeing eye to eye. I forget to breathe as his hands go to my shoulders. Princess? Yes? I inhale sharply as I get a better look at Rumple's face. Up until now, I have not stopped to look too closely at his features, but I cannot stop my eyes from taking them in. Whenever you're sick again, I'll be there to help you, because I am a doctor, even if you might not believe it. All you ever really need is a little vitamin me. In one precious moment, every single bit of energy that has been between us vanishes. I stare blankly at Rumple as he smiles at me. I have never seen her take that image. Oh, that is a completely new and special image just for this. No. I thought that one was actually good too. Rumple pulls his hands away, defeated. I suddenly feel strangely upset. What was I expecting from him? What else could he have said? Suddenly, I am eager to look away from him. I look anywhere but at him, and eventually my eyes fall on a piece of paper. I recognize the name printed along the top, with Rumple's signature in the response lying next to it. Rumple moves to stand in front of the desk once more. Ah, that's... You are still writing to Bria? I sent her a letter asking for my old journals. I'm convinced that's where the last of my memories are, but she refuses to give them to me. I glance at Bria's letter, my eyes scouring the words. I make a mental note of the address on the envelope. But don't worry, Princess, I'll figure it out. But for now, he reaches for me, but I duck out of the way of his hand. I have to do this now while the address is still fresh in my head. I just remembered that there's something I need to do. But Princess, I will see you tomorrow. Your pun was that bad, Rumple. I pause at the doorway to glance at Rumple. See you tomorrow, Princess. Sweet dreams. Good night, Rumple. Done. I seal the envelope over the letter I had been writing since I woke up. And now to have it delivered. After I have the letter sent off with a messenger, I return to my work for the day. It starts first with Mr. Broom and then with the serving, and we will come back to this in the next episode. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye!